She's getting comfy. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like it's 2026.
I know, isn't that wild?
It is.
So, a lot of people at the start of a new year, I'm not saying, a lot of people as in me, but could be, but many people in the workforce, as a new year starts, they start casually browsing what other roles are open.
Oh, are you browsing some roles, Simone?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I plead the fifth.
Okay.
But I remember a certain someone coming off a recent job search. Question.
Answer.
How do you feel about LinkedIn?
Sorry, my mind just went blank because when you said LinkedIn, I thought about the abyss of bullshit.
Dude, I bet. I cannot recall a time where someone that I've known personally has cold emailed someone, what is it called? InMessage?
InMail?
On
TM?
And it's led to an actual job offer.
My best friend.
When? What year? How'd she do it? We need her on the show. Bestie B?
Bestie B.
Bestie B, we need you on the show.
She is very good about the messaging and the reaching out. Yes.
Through LinkedIn?
Through LinkedIn, yes.
What's the industry that she works in?
She works in PR.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But what year was this?
This is 2026. Last year.
So 2025.
Yes.
Okay, well that actually gives me some sort of optimism because maybe I'm just living in my bubble of LinkedIn hell because it's just like a circle jerk on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think this tool is being used in the way it was intended.
Not to be rude, but I think she's the outlier.
Yeah.
LinkedIn InMail has personally never worked for me.
Right.
One time I InMailed someone and they never responded until the job closed and then said apply to the job. Another time I InMailed someone and they never responded, and then like a year or two passed and they InMailed me being like, hey, I saw your company is hiring because it's like you never responded to me.
That would drive
insane?
me up a freaking wall.
Yep.
I would go cuckoo bananas. I will say, it feels like it's almost any sales tool where statistically it's about quantity and not really quality on the platform. You can curate a really nice message to a stranger and it's probably not going to matter. You just have to copy and paste a generic kind message and just play the field and see who responds to you.
100. It's the same thing as doing the job applications. You just have to get
them
out there.
I think even like being on the flip side of that, people message me and I'll respond to maybe 1 in every 5 or 10 because I'm in the mood that day.
Yep.
There's no science to it. The beauty of researching this episode was the subreddit LinkedIn Lunatics.
Ooh!
Have you heard of this?
I have never heard of that. And now I'm curious, what is this episode?
You need to get on this subreddit.
Okay.
It is hilarious. It's basically just a thread dedicated to insufferable posts on LinkedIn.
So everyone on LinkedIn.
Literally. But I think it speaks to the point that you often bring up about this class consciousness because it does mean something that we're seeing what you're posting and we're not joining that circle jerk.
We're not buying it.
We're not buying it. Okay, so one of the top posts on the LinkedIn Lunatic threads was this. It's a screenshot of a post that was posted on LinkedIn that says, I just turned 30. I'm worth 19 million. Here's how I got there. Parentheses, not to brag, but to hopefully inspire you to get there too. I woke up at 4 a.m. every morning for 6 years straight. I started a recruitment agency. I took 2 cold showers per day, invested in Bitcoin at $59,000, engaged with all walks of life. You never know what you'll learn. I inherited $22 million from my parents.
Oh!
I post high value content on LinkedIn. Consistency is key. Execute, execute, execute. If I can do it, you can do it too. Make sure to follow for more financial advice.
One of those items was not like the other ones.
Absolutely. And you know what the gag is? Like, I am unsure if that's satire. Like, I think it was satire.
I hope it's satire.
But that is actually how these lunatics on LinkedIn sound.
Yep.
And it's so very obviously like ChatGPT generated. all of these commenters are just like joking and in on the joke, saying when he founded his company, he had two things in his possession: a dream and $22 million.
Hello.
It reminds me when Redacted
Mm-hmm.
talks about he got a small loan from his father for $1 million and then created his empire. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's Trump.
Oh.
He literally was like, I pulled myself up by the bootstraps. I got a small loan of $1 million.
Oh, God.
But that's what LinkedIn is, just people who are completely out of touch.
Delusional.
I often have this thought, not that it's helpful, but I do think about how much of your career success is, you know,
Your circumstances?
Your circumstances versus your merit. I'm willing to bet it's likely your circumstance, almost always. So when you try and give these blanketed tidbits of advice without understanding the nuance of how you got there, whether it's $22 million or $22,000, that's a leg up. So your advice, I don't know if it's going to be applicable to me.
I'm going to think that it's worthless, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, under LinkedIn Lunatics, 151084 says, LinkedIn is out of control. And there's a screenshot that says, okay, I don't think it's a satire. The screenshot says, my boss doesn't get sick leave. Rolling eyes emoji. Emails at 3 a.m., absolutely no problem. Weekends, sure, why not? Holidays, work is more important. Vacation, what's that again? Breaks, only if you want guilt with it. Deadlines every ... single ... day. Celebrating wins? Never heard of it. Last minute plan changes? Surprise! Saying no? LOL, nice try. The twist? The impossible ruthless boss is me.
I'm gonna vomit. I'm going to projectile vomit.
But I think this hoe is serious. I think she's serious.
What inspires you to post that? What message are you trying to communicate? Like, I'm a hard worker to the point of sacrificing my life and my health. Okay, fine. That's the message that was received. Mm-hmm. What was the point of the message?
The post is not over, okay?
Oh!
She says, being your own boss is amazing until you realize you're also a tyrant in your own head. Time to start giving myself PTO, coffee breaks, but first, let me answer some emails while I'm at the hospital. And it's a picture of her in a hospital gown responding to emails. And I think that perfectly sums up LinkedIn culture.
This is why when Snapchat was popular and people would post a screenshot of the hospital band whenever they went to the hospital, we should have bullied them harder. Instead of responding and saying, oh, what's wrong? We should have responded and said, you're a fucking attention whore.
I know.
You fucking loser.
Yep.
She was one of those people.
Let me tell you something. I posted a lot on my MySpace, on my Facebook, when I was a kid, in my adolescence. But one thing I did not do, I never posted the hospital band.
Thank you.
I never posted myself crying.
Thank you.
I never ever did you do that?
I never posted myself crying, but I came very close.
Me too. I came close to it. I came close to it, and that's why I feel like I can say I'm better than everybody, because I didn't. I had my little pea brain was evolved enough to be like, maybe don't do that.
I guess I technically did post myself.
Oh my god!
But it was satire. It was on my Finsta. I was crying over an ex once. In the middle of crying over him, I looked in the mirror and went, what the fuck? And then I took a picture and posted it and said, make fun of this so I never do this again because it's fucking stupid. So does it count?
I mean, it's better than 99% of the crying posts.
So I'm still better than everyone.
Yeah, she's better than most people, but not better than me because I never posted it.
Whatever.
I think it's funny, and I think a lot of people under this, subreddit agree with us. Upstairs Hedgehog 575 says it's the fact that they have to parade it around for validation. You enjoy your job and don't need time off. Good for you. But all this dick waving about who's grafting harder just highlights how hollow they all must feel about it.
100%.
It's so weird. It's like, do you actually really enjoy it, or do you just enjoy saying you enjoy it? LinkedIn is a weird place.
Odd.
Yeah. Do you think that was satire?
No.
I don't think so either. Another comment said, sad, yes, but depending on the situation, I'm getting more concerned. The way people talk about this shit gets close to the behavior around mental instability. It's just really obsessive behavior. If this tone was applied to traditional vices like drinking or sex or gambling, you'd have no problem telling people they need to chill out. But even replacing it with innocuous things like, I don't know, it's very unnerving. Like if someone cared but couldn't stop rambling about their Pokemon cards when they're hooked up to a goddamn IV, you might think they're getting close to losing it. And I'm not sure if it's fake or just for social media. And I'm not sure if that would make it any better. Just the same concerns with the object of obsession being is social media. It's like workaholism is one of, if not the only, socially acceptable addiction. Yep. I really wish more people would get help for it. He ate.
That's a bar. That's an absolute bar.
He ate. People, I guess, are searching for meaning and belonging and to be seen. And LinkedIn just breeds this grounds of the corporate circle jerk. And I wish there was a way to make it sound prettier or nicer, but it's so weird.
Is workaholism actually a word?
Workaholism. Isn't it? Workaholics? Workaholism?
No, but I'm like, if that is actually like a documented medical condition, it's interesting because I feel like it's already so hard to get to mental health resources and find help if you're struggling with something mentally. Like they being, government, whatever, already make that so hard. Yeah. So I imagine that finding help for treating workaholism is even harder because like mental health resources are hard to come by on their own. When you're seeking help for essentially working too much, providing too much like capitalistic power or whatever, I imagine it's even harder to find help because why would they want you to find help for that?
And people praise those behaviors. I just looked it up. It's not officially recognized a part of the DSM-5, but it's widely considered a behavioral addiction, so it can fall under compulsion disorders, which I see because those same characteristics attached to any other vice, as the commenter said, is like a larger issue. But yeah, a company isn't necessarily gonna let you take time off to address this behavioral issue. One is benefiting their bottom dollar and bottom line.
And that's why you should use your FMLA.
Absolutely. If the problem is, you have to see the problem. They're not seeing the problem. Yeah. I will say though, there was a time where LinkedIn was a useful tool.
Yeah, in 2016.
Literally 10 years ago. Where it felt like, there was a community. Yes, it was a professional platform, but people were actually finding jobs, looking for jobs, and seeking connections instead of just like purely the show of it.
Emphasis on the show of it.
Yeah.
Why is there video on LinkedIn now?
Oh my god.
What do I need a video of?
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
And it's really embarrassing.
Okay.
So I often go on social media cleanses, right? So I'll delete Instagram, TikTok from my phone. I'll delete it.
Do you think you're better than me?
No, especially because I found myself replacing that screen time with LinkedIn Shorts. Oh. And then I was like, I have a problem.
Yeah, you do, girl.
It's bad.
Write a book.
I know, I read a book. Like, no, I need to read a book. Yeah. I'm sitting there like scrolling and oh my god.
Was it interesting?
Of course not. But it's the addiction to the scroll. I literally saw videos like my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5, and people are like chugging pre-workout, running 5, and it's not a joke.
Keep that on TikTok.
I know it's too much. But yeah, the fact that there are shorts and I don't know. You know how many times universities will like email me like just spam me. Join my certificate. No, enroll in my course. No, it's like a Ponzi scheme.
I like smell it. Like it's making my nose wrinkle because like I smell the scheme.
I have fallen victim to thinking that maybe I need to join premium. Maybe premium is where it really is. And then it's taken me 3 billing cycles to connect with a support person to remove me from it.
Are you serious?
Yes, and it's like not cheap. It's like $40. It's a scam. The whole thing is a scam. And it's not really helpful at all. They're like, you can see who viewed your profile and you have access to certain, but no, so much of the job postings are fake.
Uh-huh.
It might seem real, but it's all for show. And then people lie about their qualifications, they lie about who they are, and there doesn't seem to be any checks and balances. I don't know what happened to this platform. It's like Facebook.
I feel like the only part of LinkedIn that is still useful is when you are job hunting or networking. Like if there is someone specific you are trying to seek out, is the ability to click on someone's profile and see what connections you have in common. Because if you have someone who's in common who you know in real life, who you can reach out to and say, hey, I need to get to this person, that is still valuable. Just like the knowledge of who knows who, because it's easier than like calling everyone going, hey, anyone know this person?
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a bunch of bullshit.
What's so funny, and I think speaks to just the systemic issue on LinkedIn, is that on Reddit, under the LinkedIn thread, everything is just like, it's like they hate LinkedIn. They have nothing positive to say about LinkedIn on the official LinkedIn channel.
They should delete that.
They should, like, it's a problem. Okay, so under the LinkedIn thread, Potential Style 144 says, anybody else feel like crap looking at LinkedIn? I deleted my account because every time...
Ooh.
You forgot that was an option?
Yeah.
Yeah, I deleted my account because every time I go on it, I feel absolutely terrible about myself. It just might be me and comparing myself to others too much, but does anyone else find that to be an issue on there? People on there are completely cringe and egotistical. I don't even have a bad job, but I think LinkedIn has become an egocentric breeding zone like every other social media platform. Real.
I mean, what I love about this is the fact that they were like, I'm going to just completely get off the platform.
Yeah.
I'm going to delete my information from the platform because, not to be cringe, but that's how we take our power back, is we say we're not going to use this at all.
That's so real. Sometimes I forget I have power.
I know, same.
Sometimes I forget I don't have to do this.
Same! Where I disagree with OP is that I don't feel bad about myself when I go on LinkedIn. It actually makes me feel better about myself because I look at all the posts from all the kiss-ass, circle jerk, cock-sucking motherfuckers, and I go, God, at least I'm not you.
Real.
Like,
there has to be another avenue that recruiters use to like look you up. And to your point, even the tool of LinkedIn, it helps identify who you know, who knows other people. But if you have a real strong IRL lead, you can still exercise those same next steps. Ask your friend to introduce you to this person at this company. Here's my resume. There are other ways outside of the hellscape that is LinkedIn, because I don't even really feel like recruiters are doing a deep dive on your page more than just clicking to see that you exist as a person. But if a friend of a friend is directly connecting you to a recruiter,
grab coffee.
Yeah, grab coffee. That is an option. Oh my god, things are like coming into place for me. Also, OP is talking about she doesn't even hate her job. He or she doesn't hate their job. But if you did have a bad job, it's not like you can put on your open to work banner and freely search anyway. That's an unspoken rule.
No.
That's a big no.
And that's why when you get a new job, you leave your open to work on, just in case.
It also shows the recruiters at your company, if you have only your recruiters can see that I'm actively looking, they see that. Like, the whole system is out to get you. If you're going to put your banner on, if you're going to say, I'm looking for other opportunities, you have to be ready for retaliation. And I wish that wasn't the case, but I have witnessed it. I have witnessed someone get fired for putting the banner on.
That's ridiculous.
I've seen
that
it.
sounds like a lawsuit to me.
I don't think so.
Are you kidding me?
I really don't think so. I really don't. It's bold. I've seen coworkers post, I'm looking for opportunities in X, Y, and Z. I mean, you're asking... They're gonna retaliate. Am I just, my brain is broken? Like, that's what you're asking for.
That's illegal.
I don't know if that's illegal, Sam.
I think it is illegal to fire someone for looking for other work.
I don't know.
As long as you're not doing it on company time,
There's always the argument that you're doing it on company time, though. Especially if they, like, write the comment at 4 p.m. There's a case to be made. It's a slippery slope. It's very tricky. It is very, very tricky. I think it's so crazy because... when you start a new job and through your interview process, you add the people you interviewed with on LinkedIn.
I don't.
You don't?
I do not, but...
that might be smart.
Unfortunately or fortunately, I find that they add you more
Yeah.
often than you add them. Maybe that's just because I'm not adding them. But
Yeah, but they're going to see your activity here on and forever out. And I say that because, like, when I have seen people on my immediate team responding to things, getting more active on LinkedIn, I'm not even an op. I'm not, you put that comment, everybody who follows you sees that. Your boss now knows. You're trying to get up. It's just like the whole thing. It's like,
why is that even a notification that you get? So and so commented on this post. Why do I need to know that?
It doesn't sound like my business.
Oh my gosh.
I don't need to know. And you have to unfollow a person to not get those updates, but I don't think people are
doing that.
Yeah. A commenter under the thread says, "Be careful, my husband just got scammed with a job offer from a person pretending to be someone from LinkedIn. It seemed legit. He went through several interviews, some an hour long. He passed several tests to demonstrate his skill level, which again took forever. Applying for this job was a job in itself. We were so happy when the offer came in. It felt like it was tailor-made for him. Turns out there was no job. But he did do a lot of filling out paperwork for onboarding, including his social security number. When they sent him a check to cover supplies he'd need to work from home, it started to sound fishy. The minute the scammer felt he was losing ground, things got nasty. He threatened him with, 'I know where you live. I have all your information. You better run. You better hide.' So no job, but a stolen identity. Just be careful out there on LinkedIn."
What the fuck?
The job posting was on LinkedIn. I've heard,
they're supposed to screen them.
No, I've heard that too. I've heard that there are so many fake jobs on LinkedIn. The wild part about this comment is how far it got.
Yeah.
The fake interviews, the mock skill set test.
I mean, once they get you off LinkedIn, there really is nothing to stop them from just communicating freely. It's like, hey, we're having this interview via Zoom, you know, like.
I'm curious why they sent him a check to cover his work from home. Like, I don't understand. The mind of the scammer. Maybe to establish some validity, like we have money and now give us money back, or I don't know. But yeah, you gotta be careful out there.
Was there an update on that? Like, did they...
No, somebody says under that comment, say, yeah, that's a common scam. And it's found across many job boards, including LinkedIn. There is at least one post a day on the jobs thread of people talking about being scammed of a job.
I'm so glad that my mom does not need to apply for any jobs on LinkedIn because...
I know. It's like The Beekeeper. Have you seen that movie?
I have seen The Beekeeper. I told you about that, I think.
Did you? No, I watched it with my mom and I was like, don't get Beekeeper.
Yeah.
Because they like target
old people.
Yeah. It's super sad. All these recruiting services and like I've been victim of signing up to like just certain job boards and then they say, okay, upload your resume, and on your resume, of course, is
your phone number.
Your phone number. I still got motherfuckers hitting me up. It is so grim and so dark, and it's sad because at a time, LinkedIn was more than Facebook and Craigslist and any other sketchy site.
It was safe.
It was safe. It is not safe there at all. So be careful. Be careful. Not everybody is who they say they are, even in a headshot.
Hello.
Wow, I have another post under the LinkedIn thread. I told you, this was 4 months ago, but everything under the LinkedIn subreddit is people just speaking about how they're overwhelmed with the platform.
There's nothing positive on the LinkedIn subreddit?
No, there's actually a comment that says, is this a hate Reddit?
That's hilarious!
And they were like, no, the hate Reddit is LinkedIn Lunatics. And like that's how it led me to LinkedIn Lunatics. It's just people candidly expressing their frustrations with LinkedIn, the platform, and like trying to figure out how to navigate the job market while still using the tool but trying to hack it, and that can be really frustrating. So this person, Tony-Crow, says, why does LinkedIn feel overwhelming and without much value?
Facts, Tony.
I know, facts. For me, it feels like a huge wall of posts, endless success stories, random shares, a lot of noise. Also, tons of fake job ads that no one replies to. Perhaps they aren't fake, but they look fake. I usually see over 100 applicants already applied. This already puts my mood down when opening it and applying for it. Instead of being helpful, it just feels super overwhelming. I know I should be networking and using the platform in the right way, but I just want some insights on how to expand my professional interests and to easily find jobs and connections. Thoughts? What's the biggest thing you wish was different about it?
I wish it didn't exist.
Yeah, and they said easy, and they're looking for an easy way, and I just don't feel like there's an easy way on LinkedIn. Once the term LinkedIn influencers became a thing,
Oh my gosh.
like it's over.
I'm having stomach pain.
It's too much. It's over. Everyone else is, just resonating with them, and I don't see actionable advice. I have an idea.
I'm listening.
Of what to do.
Okay.
I feel like we have Finstas. Stay with me. A lot of people have Finstas because it actually is the Instagram account, the profile they use to follow their friends to be their true self, the truest version of themselves.
Yes.
I am forgetting that we have agency in this. You can unfollow all these random people, unfriend people, only keep people in your professional network that are relevant to where you are and where you want to go.
Yes.
I don't want to see the noise, and the people who I choose to follow, they're not the ones reposting the noise. So I can curate what I'm seeing on my feed if I choose
100%.
to keep the platform.
I lately have been thinking about LinkedIn like clearing an email inbox, not in the sense of like deleting emails and like organizing them, but specifically anytime I get an email that is promotional or just like a newsletter that I no longer want to be subscribed to, I don't just delete it anymore. I stop and I unsubscribe from it. That's what I'm trying to do on LinkedIn too, where anytime I see someone post something or I get a notification that I simply don't care about, unfollow, disconnect from that person.
Yeah.
Why bother?
Absolutely. And I do feel like LinkedIn isn't built for community. It's like built for visibility, right? So either use it as a tool to do that.
Yep.
Or don't.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Or don't. Like, don't expect. It's like, who your boyfriend is when you get with him.
Yeah.
You can't start expecting a change from him. You gotta accept him for who he is, or
dump him.
Get off of it. I also think just a general networking tool is we often are looking up, and aspiration is a great thing, right? It's important to have a goalpost to work up towards.
Yes.
But when it comes to networking, there's so much value in speaking to your peers and networking sideways, actually touching grass, building a community of professionals that are within, your reach, and not just like the CEO, because the people who are actually going to help you are your peers,
100%.
friends of friends, co-workers of friends, and try and network that way. And lastly, this is a tool that Sam always refers to in several of our episodes, and it is incredibly important and true. Seek community, real community.
Hello, yes. Quote me, Simone.
It's true. Seek, find real, intentional community outside of your professional identity, because you're likely not going to find, your next pen pal in the in-mail on LinkedIn.
Nope. But you might find them at that pole dancing class you've been wanting to take, and they might do marketing at Apple. And you might do marketing at Snapchat, and now you have a connection at Apple.
I don't think that. I'm unsure if you're joking, but that is so true. That is so true. You don't know who you will actually meet when you go out there and touch grass and meet people and connect with them on a human level. And then when you meet people in the wild who you really like, wouldn't you want to be working with them? And so then you can also have a job and coworkers that you really like, and now we've curated our whole lives.
And now you have a safe space to talk to that coworker outside of work and say, hey, am I being crazy? Tell me. You're off Slack. You can't get fired. This is an in-person conversation where you can make sure that you're both on the same page.
Hello. Yeah, I think the platform itself has shifted, so we as employees, as the working class, have to shift our approach as well.
Agreed. Here.
Usually we like to end our stories on positive notes.
Okay.
But instead I want to end it on a dark note.
Oh, what a good way to kick off the year.
No, it's more of a story.
Okay.
So I had a visiting professor, And as you do in college, you tend to add them on LinkedIn just because they tell you that's what you do. It got dark so fast. In the industry, there were cuts and pivots, and he just spiraled on. He wasn't my professor, but he was a visiting professor, so I had met this man in a professional capacity where he was an SVP and had this title and fancy X, Y, and Z, and just to see the manic, like, regression of A, his mental health, and B, his career, and it all to be documented on LinkedIn, because they say it's a tool. Tap into your community and talk to people, and you and I know that that's not really how you use it. You're either circle jerking or an equally as scary scenario is people. It gets dark. Have you ever seen people like, I can't pay my bill, and it's sad. Like, it's sad. I get it. It's sad. And I'm not saying like having an ego is a good or bad thing. I'm just saying, this is still your digital footprint.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
The ones I always see are like, I have 1 month of rent left. I've been applying for jobs for 12 months. If I don't get a job by tomorrow, I will be homeless in 4 weeks. I have skills and da 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 da. And it's just like,
it's like that. And no, is this insensitive?
It's not funny.
We're not trying to be insensitive, but it's like, yo, I don't know if we should be here for this. Like, I get it's dire, but unless this is terrible, but unless the post like becomes viral and like 50,000 people like it and are actually trying to help you, if it's not that scenario, it's more often you get 5 likes, and now everybody you've ever met in a professional capacity is seeing you beg, and it's like, ah!
And I think my feedback for those type of posts, if I had to give it, is that they always seem to end in that list of skills that the poster has, and then a line akin to, I'm not asking for handouts, I'm asking for a job, connect me with da 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 da. You should ask for handouts. We should support our community. In the same way that GoFundMe circulate when there's a natural disaster, this is like an economic disaster, the amount of people who have been affected by layoffs. Like, you should be ending that post with, here's my GoFundMe. I am doing everything I can to make ends meet for myself, my family, via, door dashing and applying for barista jobs or applying for other jobs. But in the meantime, if you have the ability to give, here's my GoFundMe or Venmo. That to me makes more sense than ending the post saying, I will do anything, da 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 da. Because even if you got a job offer that moment, there's still onboarding or a job interview. There is still the interview process. That takes at least 6 weeks. There is still the actual offer, the negotiation of the offer, the acceptance of the offer, the onboarding, depending on the company. Sometimes the first payment isn't direct deposit, it will be a check.
Yeah.
And then the check has to be mailed. So you're looking at a minimum of 8 weeks, I imagine, from any type of thing coming to fruition to where you actually get a paycheck. So regardless, I rest my case.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There are comments under here that are saying, I've already seen people on LinkedIn mention that they were homeless or a few days away from it, posting their Venmo and Cash App. I had to step away from the app when I've seen those.
Yeah.
It's very dark. The platform is dark, and I just think like it's not real life. In the same way, homelessness is real life. Being hungry and not being able to pay your bills is real life.
Yes.
But you probably will bode better tapping into real life resources, because LinkedIn is just like really not that. It is for show, in the same way corporate is very largely the corporate show of the corporate things. People are not getting up at 4 a.m. to go for a run and like recording that and then spending the rest of the day with their toddler and then going into the office, and it's just like they're not doing what they're showing. And so for you to be this vulnerable is dangerous, because that's not what this platform is used for. And I feel bad saying that, but it is also the truth. Like, I wouldn't lie to you. Sorry.
You, appreciate you.
Aces and O's says, my whole LinkedIn feed is nothing but senior 45 plus white collar job people announcing they've been laid off and can't find work. It's been like this for the last 6 months. The economy is about to fall off a cliff, even if the White House keeps telling us otherwise. Okay, hate to make it political. Jets237 says, yeah, I'm noticing more talented old coworkers announcing that they're looking every day. It's been bad and getting worse now. Ageism is as blatant and as rampant in corporate America. The longer you work, the more your salary grows, just as yearly cost of living increases. New workers will come in at your initial wage, even though inflation has made it unworkable for most of them as well. The U.S. needs a serious labor rights movement, and people need to engage in large-scale general strikes, which is real.
How do we get that going?
I mean, this is not sustainable. If we're on LinkedIn and people are talking about, here's my Venmo, and you're fucking homeless, like, what? And then I didn't even read the post.
Yeah.
So the post that Recruiting Hell by Novel Cupcake said, LinkedIn is getting pretty dark, and the poster's name has been cropped out,
Okay.
but in all caps says, I need your help. I'm looking for a senior technical recruiting role. I'm struggling to provide for my 3 kids. I need to land a role fast. Hiring managers, I can solve your recruiting problems. Let's talk today. Without a new role, I risk losing everything. Please connect with me for opportunities. Looking for senior technical roles. Who can I speak to?
I'm gonna cry.
But that was tame. That was like a tame post, and I believe that. I believe that was posted because it was. Honestly, maybe a fourth of my LinkedIn feed is people I don't know, but things that have been pushed on my feed. People say I can't feed my kids. I've been relegated to driving Uber. My mortgage is X, Y, and Z. It's dark. It is super, super dark.
Simone, I wanted to make fun of LinkedIn. Now I want to cry.
It is sad, but it's just reality of the situation. It's not great.
Well, on that note, a hack that I have that probably
outside of like finding community, because that we gave advice.
Gave actionable advice.
Yeah.
But log into someone else's LinkedIn. Delete LinkedIn from your phone.
Right.
Because you only get those pop-ups that say so-and-so commented on this or that if it's on your phone. If it's only on your computer, you don't have to see that stuff unless you go looking for it.
Yeah, and even if something is suggested to you, you can say, I don't want to see this.
Yes.
You can say, remove X, Y, and Z. All your notifications, in-app, desktop, use it as the tool if and when. I think it's very fitting that this post was on Recruiting Hell. Because it is hell. Stay safe out there. We're manifesting and sending great vibes for 2026. And I'm hoping if you listen to this, your homework is to ask a friend of a friend on a coffee chat date and talk.
Wow.
Yeah, homework.
That's Simone's homework for you. My homework for you is the next time you see a LinkedIn post that says, I wake up at 4 a.m. and eat nails and protein for breakfast, comment on it and say, you're a loser.
Loser, boo!
Boo!
I think this is what happens when you don't hit your kids, because I think you have to hit your kids or something like.
Once again, Simone's opinion is that you should hit your kids. My opinion is that you should bully your peers.
But listen, if your peers were hit by their parents, you wouldn't have to bully them in the first place.
But I think that's where community comes in. It's community's job to mutually bully each other. Hey, I got cyberbullied.
Did you?
Yeah, it made me stronger.
We're gonna discuss. But yeah, best of luck and don't jump.